Yo, guys, I'm back from hiatus, and I wanted to tell you about something that's very important. If you're a rapper, or if you know a rapper, which I'm sure a lot of you do, likely you're struggling with this problem. Your recordings that you're making in your home studio do not sound as professional as you would like them to. They can't compare to the vocal quality and to the beat quality and the track quality that you hear from guys like Drake and Future and the stuff that you're hearing on radio and CDs and stuff. All right. Well, over the past few months, I've been working with a engineer here in Tallahassee, Florida. His name is AD. He runs his own studio here called Goldie Sound Productions. Actually, he worked at Patchwork Studios for about 10 years. So obviously, you guys know Patchwork is where Future and guys like Gucci and all of them record in Atlanta. So this dude obviously knows his stuff. All right. So it was brought to my attention that a lot of rappers want their music to sound more professional. They know, they can hear it in their ears that the vocals that they're recording at home and mixing themselves don't sound of the same quality as the stuff that they're used to hearing from all the big name guys. So together, AD and I have teamed up and written a book and created a course, which I'm going to give you a preview of today, a full video from this course, one of the better videos from this course actually, that are the purpose of this course was to give you the knowledge and information in order to make your mixes as a rapper sound more professional. So if you can't afford to pay a guy like AD $150 per song to get your music mixed, that's, if you had a 10-track mixtape, that's well over $1,000 to get your music to sound professional. We've put together this course so that you could teach yourself and essentially take your music and your sound to the next level. So if you're interested in making your recording sound more polished and more professional, then I want you to check out this tutorial that we've got for you right now. So this is a preview of one of the videos inside of this course. There's probably about 15 that I'm posting to Beat School today. So if you're a member of Beat School, you're getting this for free. Just know that. If you're not, maybe it's an incentive for you to check it out. So without further ado, I'm going to jump on over. This video is about tracking, okay, and essentially the tracking process. So go ahead and check out this video, learn a little bit from AD, and if you'd like, go ahead and grab the book. It's on sale below in the link, and check out the course as well. So without further ado, here's AD.
All right, so what we're going to talk about today is getting the correct levels into Pro Tools or any DAW that you're using, and figuring out how to get those levels and why is getting the right levels important and all that kind of stuff while you're recording. A lot of times people, they get to the mix phase and they want to know why they're having certain problems or, why this sounds this way and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of the times it has a lot to do with, how you recorded it. If you can get a lot of things right coming in, you'll save yourself a lot of time later with certain problems that you might have. So that's why tracking at the right levels is so important. And I'm going to give you some few tips today on how to get that thing right and, what to do. The first thing I want to talk about, and these a lot of this stuff is kind of simple techniques, but believe it or not, the simple stuff sometimes is what can actually, save your life when it comes to audio and trying to figure out how to mix things and make it sound better and all that good stuff. So first I want to talk about high-pass filter on your microphone. I don't know if some of you guys have ever noticed, but some microphones have what we call a high-pass filter on it. And what that high-pass filter does is it cuts out a lot of the low-end rumble on a microphone, basically because most vocals, you don't need all that low-end information in your vocal. So that's what it does. It cuts it out. If you have one on your microphone, use it. If you don't, some interfaces actually have a high-pass filter on it. If you do, use that on the way coming in. And what that does is that just cuts out all of that low-end information off the top. So you don't even have to deal with that once you're in your DAW. And like I said, you're not going to, trust me, unless you're recording straight voiceover work and you won't have any music in the recording, you're going to cut all that stuff out. Even then, I wouldn't suggest having all that low-end information. So that's the first thing I suggest you do, and that'll help you with getting, the right levels. That doesn't have much to do with the levels, but it'll help you get the good source material coming in If you get good stuff coming in, then you're better off later when it's time to mix. So that's the first thing. All right. If you don't have high pass filter on your microphone or your interface, that's fine too. We'll just you worry about it later, and you can use a regular EQ to cut out that low end. But if you have it, you're not gonna keep it anyway. Just get rid of it. You know what I mean? Off the top. Don't even record it into your DAW. All right. Second thing is to record good vocals. A lot of times, as you see here in the session, I have a 2-track beat, right? And if you can look at these waves, you can tell right off top that this thing is super loud. And that's typically how most beats come in if you get it offline. Most producers, they put a limiter at the end of their beats to make it loud and in your face or whatever. And so when it's time to record over it, it makes it very hard for your vocals to kind of stand out and stick out front, because that is competing so much with that loud beat. So if you're trying to record and you got this beat this loud, I'm just going to try to record my vocal right now, as you can see it coming in Pro Tools. And you tell me if you can hear me over this loud beat. All right, I'm just talking right now, and I'm not a rapper.
Paperfall Bros. Beats for your hits.
But this beat is stupid loud. Okay, it's a little quiet here so you can hear me, but wait until this beat drops. You probably will not hear a thing that I'm saying, all right? So let's keep it going. It drops about here. So I'm still talking, but you're probably hearing me that I can't hear myself. All right, when that beat got real loud, I know you couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear myself, right? So if I'm trying to record over this, some people, the first thing they may do is say, hey, man, I can't hear myself. Let me turn up the preamp, right? Well, if you turn up the preamp, as you can see, my vocal is already pretty loud coming in. If I turn up the preamp on my vocal right now, and I'm turning it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Let's see. Let's go a little louder on the preamp here. I'm using a UAD here, so you see. So if I keep going, now you see I am I'm peaking, right? But if I play it with the beat, you probably can hear me now, right? Yeah, you can hear me, but my vocals are distorted as I don't know what, right? That's not good. I don't want my vocals way up here. Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me, but I am peaking. I am distorting, right? Look at those waves on my vocal. They're all squared off there. That's no good, right? So we don't want that. You don't want to turn it up at the preamp. Let's turn it down. Let's turn this preamp down, because that is way too loud, right? So you don't want that. So what you do, if you don't want to turn up your preamp, why don't you turn the beat down, right? That makes sense. But a lot of people don't think of that. But that's the first step I suggest. So let's first turn the beat down, right? And if you notice here coming in, you kind of want the vocal or the signal coming in for your vocal to, this is a good range. If I go to my mix window, you can kind of tell where I'm at as far as how many dB I got coming in signal-wise. This is good. You don't have to be so loud with it. I would suggest no more than -6 dB. At the most, -3 dB. Give yourself at least -3 dB of headroom, 6 if possible, because you want to leave yourself headroom. Why? Because you can always turn up the vocal later in the mix, but you don't want to have someone rapping or the talent in there doing their thing, and at some point maybe they feel like they want to get real loud. Like if I get real loud right now, like, hey, I'm still not peaking because I have my preamp set pretty good to where I have a lot of headroom, right? So you want to keep it like that. That's number one with tracking, all right? And if you simply turn the beat down, you'll still hear yourself while it's set that way. Let's try to record. So now as I talk, I've turned this beat down. You can hear me. You can hear me just as good. I'm still at the same level. Even when we get down here to where the beat really gets loud, you still should be able to hear me a little bit. So it's real low here. Of course, you can hear me. Let's wait till it gets loud. All right, here we go. Now as I talk, you can still hear me. Why? Because I've turned the beat down. I can hear myself. And if I got to rap, I can rap whatever. You know what I mean? It's still all good. And my waves are not peaking. I'm not going crazy on it. Everything looks good, right? So that's the better way. And with Pro Tools nowadays, we have what they call clip gain. And with clip gain, you can turn it down even there too. You see, I turned it down substantially a lot right here with this volume. It's like down negative 21 dB. But you can even turn it down a little bit more right here with the clip gain before it actually hits the fader. So now when I talk, I can turn it down here a little bit more, and you can hear me better. You know what I mean? So either way, get the beat down, turn it down. Some people will put, the what do you call it? The trim plug-in on to turn it down. But like I said, nowadays, if you have Pro Tools 11 or 12 or anything like that, it has this this gain plug-in that you can actually. It does the same thing as the trim plug-in, really. So you don't have to put trim plug-in on there and take up a plug-in space. You can kind of just turn it down here. So that's that. Turn the beat down, man. And if you still can't hear yourself, another trick is turn up the fader while you're talking. So now as I turn this fader up, you can hear me a little better, right? But look at my signal, my levels coming in, they're the same, right? So, and the reason that works is because this is post fader. So all I'm turning up right now is just what I'm monitoring back. I'm not turning up the actual preamp. So now if I play it and I want to record this and I really want to hear myself, but I still want to keep good levels, just turn up the track. So now you can hear me real high. I'm loud, right? But I got my levels and everything good. Watch when the beat drops in. So I've turned this down and I turned this up. So now I got a lot of headroom to work with. So I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? So and I'm not hitting the master bus too loud. Well, at least when I talk, I'm kind of hitting. But you see that? You can still hear me loud. You still hear the beat, everything. I can track. I can get good vocals, and I don't have to worry about peaking or destroying my vocals. You know what I mean? Because when you peak and all that kind of stuff, and you distort, you can't get rid of distortion. You're gonna distort. You're gonna destroy your vocals, and the only way to fix distortion is to redo it, re-record it. So that is one of the reasons why I said getting all this stuff out of the way right the first time is so important. All right. So that is tracking. That's one of the first few rules of tracking. Turn that beat down. Get your preamp set around about negative 6 dB or negative 3 dB for your vocals. If you have a high pass filter on your microphone, engage it. If you don't, engage the one that's on your preamp. If you don't, that's fine too. Just do a little later and mix. But all these things will help make your vocal stand out more crisp. Make sure you have a good take and all that good stuff. All right. So other than that, we're signing out, and hope you guys got something good out of this one.
All right, guys. This is Rob again, and I basically wanted to teach you, or excuse me, tell you rather, how if you were interested in this content, if you're interested in learning more that AD has to offer, I want to let you know about the course that we put together inside of Beat School. So if you already are a member of Beat School, just know that you're going to get an entire course that AD and I created together about how to basically, if you can't afford mixing, how to get your tracks, your 2-track instrumentals, and instrumental and your vocal recordings to sound professional. All right, we recorded a whole entire course. It's probably about 13 videos long, maybe a few hours worth of content. It's inside of Beat School for free if you are already a member. Just to show you sort of what else is in there that AD and I have gotten together. There's videos on buses, on delay, on how to properly record vocals, on mixing, on opening up an instrumental to place your vocals inside, on panning your vocals, on reverb, send channels, tracking again, and a YouTube talk that we specifically show you a step-by-step process to choose better quality instrumentals. So that is all going to be posted inside of Beat School today if you're already a member. If you're not, I wanted to give you an opportunity to join on today, all right? I know you're probably thinking that this course is going to be super expensive, but you would be wrong, all right? Typically, Adrian charges over $150 just to mix one song. That's one 2-track recording, just like you saw. The client that he just showed you, whose mix that he just demonstrated, it cost that guy $150 just to mix that song. All right. So as you can see, if you wanted to mix an album or something like that, or a mixtape, a 10-track mixtape, and get 10 songs mixed, it would cost you well over $1,000 to get access to the information that AD knows, so that you could get a professional sound. However, we created this course to make it affordable. If you can't afford to pay $1,000 to mix your next mixtape, so that it can sound professional and be ready for CDs and for these streaming sites and to get play on radio, we created this course to allow you to basically allow you to get your music there by learning the things that AD knows in order to sound great. All right. So we are offering you an opportunity today to get access to this course inside of Beat School for just $38.60 a month. That is just like crackhead prices compared to the price that you'd have to pay AD just to mix one song. Whereas instead, by joining this program, you can get everything that he knows, all the knowledge packaged up into one quick program, and understand how to make your music sound polished and professional. So if you're a rapper, this is a no-brainer. Or if you're an engineer who mixes rappers and 2-track recording specifically, go ahead and grab this, all right? Click the link in the description, and it's going to take you to hiphop.rallybeatschool.com, where you can find out more information about what all is inside, and get your membership to Beat School, guys. It's just $38.60, like I said. Enter your contact information and your payment information, and you'll be up and running inside of the Beat School program in just a few minutes. All right, we're going to post, as you can see here, this is the interface inside of Beat School. So once you sign in, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to post another course. It'll be located down here, and you'll get access to the full Rappers course, which has all of this information inside of it, like I said. Videos on buses, delay, de-essers, EQ, teaching you basically all of AD's signal chain. He's showing you inside of Pro Tools, but you can use whatever sort of DAW that you like and learn all of these techniques to mixing great beats. All right. There's even interviews inside of here with me and AD where I break down and sort of draw out of him all the techniques that he knows. So really great and really valuable stuff. If you're already inside of Beat School, log in, grab this information. If you're not, go ahead and sign up. You're getting it for the low for just $38.60 a month. Click the link in the description. Sign up now before we decide to raise the price of this in the future. All right. So I'll holler at you in future videos. Peace.